What's going on, guys? We are back for another replay analysis, this time of Semi-Pro. He is a Diamond 1, doing 2v2 ranked. Looks like he is teaming up with his teammate. He didn't really talk about him too much. Just, and then his name he wants me to call him is TM, so we're going to call him TM. So that's his probably usual name, probably just mess around with the Steam names here. But, playing with his teammate, 2v2, Diamond 1. You can get your replay analyzed, patreon.com/Gibbs00. Link's always in the description. And, yeah. There's replay tier, free play tier, coaching tier. We're doing tournaments starting in August. This might be out before August, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, so check out that. And, let's get to this replay. Seen 2 quick goals. We're going to go all the way back, start it over. See what Semi-Pro's doing. I like the hat matching the car. It's beautiful. We got the cheat. Face-off goes nice and high and out of the way. Not a huge fan of this hesitation. This play is actually a play that Grumpy Toast could have really messed them up on. But Grumpy also hesitates. He actually misses the boost. If he would have grabbed that boost and went up the wall, he's got this win here. Because lots of hesitation here from TM on that play. And it winds up just hitting it right back to the other team. It's not the best play in the world. But he should have either attacked the ball quicker or went for his boost and then tried to wait for that wall hit, that wall shot, which probably wouldn't have been super dangerous, say he was waiting for it. But here's a good play by his teammate. Starting to dribble. Was a weird dribble, for sure, which I think is what throws off the blue team. And whenever you see someone do a weird touch, this always baits in the entire other team. It always baits in goalkeepers when you have a weird flip where you get a really weak touch. And it actually benefits you a lot because they will come in and you'll get another touch and beat them. But this was a good read here by TM to get up extremely quickly and just throw that ball forward. It actually works out that he throws it forward lightly. Whenever you see 2 players in a 2v2, I guess in a 3v3 when all 3 challenge, but that's rare. Whenever you see both players challenge a ball in the air, that's when you want to hit it forward, but lightly. So, like, you don't necessarily have to take the shot, because normally, like, as long as you hit it forward and lightly, either your teammate can then score it, or yourself can just score it, like, after landed, or if you're on the ground as well, like, if both players challenge. But you generally don't want to hit it too hard, because you don't need the quick shot on net. You just need the ball to go forward, so then, like, you can get the easy goal right after. Here we see a face-off goal. This should never happen in 2s, where the ball just goes directly by you and goes into the net. Right here it happens. He goes forward. It seemed a little bit awkward because they both kind of went for it. This was kind of an awkward one. So let's actually go into fly view here for a second. All right, well, I'm going to see how exactly this happened. So Semi-Pro is going for the ball. He's got Grumpy Toast, and then also Oculus Dexter sort of coming for this ball. Grumpy came a little bit late. He just goes for the hit. It kind of just mushes off both, and then Oculus, with his momentum, comes and hits the ball. But that's more just unfortunate timing. It's more of a super cheat, and then Oculus just kind of got the goal. I wouldn't really blame Semi-Pro all that much for that. But if you do have a teammate that goes for boost in 2v2s, and you guys are communicating, then you generally don't want the ball to just be neutral. So, it is still a little bit of his fault because he did make it more of a neutral kickoff. When you do go for boost, the cheat will beat you, but if you do hit it away, then grabbing the boost is more important. So you generally just don't want to neutralize it. Like, you do want to kind of mash it off the wall, kind of like that. Generally, though, on the diagonals with Rakis or Rachis, whatever, you want to try and throw it forward to your man. So, some bad face-off plays to start here. This is a really bad play by Oculus Dexter. Let's go over to him real quick. In net, he backs up away from the inside post, so he doesn't have time to come out for this play. He should have circled around towards his inside post a little bit more to just protect this pass. Instead, he's way too far to the outside, and then Semi-Pro or TM can just go and finish that nice and easy shot to the near post. And whenever you're hitting it off the backboard, and you're coming out for a challenge while the goalie's coming out for a challenge, always aim for the near post, because the goalie is always going to take a wider angle and try and block the more general shot, because he also doesn't know if you're there most of the time. So this was a little bit of a weird play. A lot of trust coming in here, where he just goes straight for the other guy to go for the bump. That's a super risky play, because if he turns at all away from that, he can easily make that goal happen, and that's based on the pass. Like, Oculus will turn based on where that ball is coming on the pass, not even necessarily trying to dodge the bump. So I don't really like that play there. super risky, but it does work out for him. It was a good bump, but that play was way too risky when he could have just been waiting for that ball to squeak out for a pass and then just try and get some contact on it or block the angles to block the shot. Here again, trying to get the dribble. Nice flick. Beautiful shot. So this is a good patient play. One thing he could have done was try and throw this like a side flip off the wall to his teammate. His teammate was a little bit too far out, though, so this pass wouldn't have really worked. Also, his teammate was a little far forward, so he started to back up on that. So it was a good idea to go for the dribble. And a beautiful setup for the flick and bar down. Beautiful shot. So well done there by TM. Let's see what's happened to you. The face-off. So that's exactly the face-off you want when your guy's going for boost and the other guy normally cheats. I don't think he cheated here, but you want to push it to the side where your teammate is going for the boost. So this is ideal. Rackets can now try and make a play off the wall. And I think he did go for the cheat because he wasn't in net right at first. So this is a decent opportunity for a goal. He goes for the challenge. It's, you know, not a perfect challenge, but like I do like the idea. Like his teammate can get back in time almost, so didn't really cost him. Good pass and play here. Beautiful play. Oculus decided to not go back, so this is kind of the detriment here. He should have just immediately tried to get back to his net, but he took his sweet, sweet time, and it cost him. It cost him dearly here. Right here, like, look how long he has taken to go and grab that forward boost. It's a 2v2 game. There is no one to back you up. He takes so long there, and then the pass and play. That's just not going to work out for you. But good idea by his teammate, by Rackets, to throw that to the middle so then TM can actually get a hard shot on net. Like, Rackets really didn't have momentum to do anything with. So one thing that you can do is throw it sideways, and then your teammate can use that sideways momentum, redirect it forward, and use whatever speed he has to get even more speed on the ball and get the goal. Go here back to the face-off. They've been having a lot of trouble with face-offs. This is the first time they actually cheat. And you probably shouldn't change up strategies throughout the game, unless they're talking. But they change up their strategy. Bad face-off by Rackets, and another goal is scored. They have to be careful on those. That's the only way blue team has scored so far. Just got to protect that net just a bit more on these face-offs if you aren't that comfortable in your face-offs. But it could just be, you know, some bad luck here and there. But again, that was a good face-off win, but Rackets did not get a touch on it. So that's on him, not on TM. This is a bad idea. Whenever you're not sure exactly when it's going to hit the ceiling, which is probably one of the harder reads to see in the game, you probably shouldn't aerial this soon, especially with the ball going into the blue side. The ball is favoring the goalkeeper, and he goes for the aerial anyway. Luckily, Oculus just completely whiffs on that. But still, pretty poor play. And honestly, right here with Grumpy, might not be worth the 50-50, but whatever. Like, it works out. Rackets does get back in time and gets a clean ball to him. So I guess, sure. Maybe it was a pretty good idea. Because I guess Rackets had a better play than Oculus did. So I'll give it to him. Good play. Rackets throwing it off the wall. He should stay pretty close here if they want this goal. He tries, but Grumpy actually does get back pretty quick. Once you see Grumpy going for a pretty decent challenge here, that's when you probably want to turn around. But like, it was solid play, and it's okay to cheat up once in a while in twos. Like, it is risky, but like, twos is just a risky game. You are up 2 goals though, so maybe you want to take a little bit less risk than you would say it was a tie game or something. But nonetheless, it happens. Like I was saying, to move forward as well. I thought he was going to get that pass off before Grumpy got there, so can't fault him too much. Oculus going, there you go. Good challenge by Rackets. So the only thing I would say on this play is maybe inch up a little bit more. Just so, say Oculus does make a 1v1 move and gets the ball around him. Usually the ball will escape Dexter or Oculus's touch for a little while, and you want to be somewhat close to be able to make that challenge. And this play, he just slows down. He puts on the brakes, doesn't realize how fast it is. Right here, you see, like, right as he turned on ball cam, he hit the brakes, and then he's screwed at that point and just winds up with the own goal. He had the speed. He had plenty of speed to hit that ball away. I'm not sure why he put on the brakes. Maybe the confusion of the cameras kind of hurt him a little bit there. And that cost him. Don't want to be doing that. Don't want to be own goal, guys. That's my #1 tip. I got a book coming out. Top 10 tips for Rocket League. #2, I will spoil here. The rest I won't give away. Score more than the other 2. The rest of the tips, you'll have to wait for the ball. A good idea here in the challenge. I like to challenge 1v1 plays early before they get complete control of how they want to challenge the ball. Just a little bit of a misread. Now Oculus has it by himself. This could be trouble. Rackus with the small jump, but I do like this play. He thinks about it. He probably jumped a little bit late, but at least it was a small jump, so he could get back into the play. It was a little bit of a bad decision, and he kind of took a while to actually do that, but in the end, it was a small jump, so he could still make the play. TM going on the attack here. Probably doesn't need to dive off this wall. Like, after he throws this forward, there's really no need to side football off this wall. This ball's in the air. He's probably not going to get the best touch from Oculus. Probably better off just grabbing this middle boost and seeing what Oculus does with this hit. Instead, he's kind of just in no man's land now. He is available for passes, though, like that. So that is the one good factor of if you do go too far forward, look for passes on the offensive side. And right here, we see he's available for a pass from Rackus. And Rackus does a great job to actually get it to him, and then it's just an easy give and go. This is a really bad play by the blue team, by Grumpy. He sees that Semi-Pro or TM is in front of him. He should have just let this play happen. Probably should have backed off, but he just completely misreads that, and that's an easy goal. But good passing play. So he maybe makes a mistake in going a little bit too far forward, but it actually does work out. Great team play, and that's what you want to see. Whenever like you go for one of those challenges too far forward, you always want to be coming back and be available for a pass, and hopefully your teammate sees you, and then you can create some opportunities out of it. Missed aerial here. That's my third tip. In my book, I should say, is you don't want to miss aerials. So just keep that in mind. There's still 7 more tips, but again, waiting for the book to come out. That's the last tip I'm giving you. Luckily, they don't get scored on. His teammate bails him out just a little bit there. So this pass wasn't terrible. Like, I thought if TM actually wanted to go for this, he should have went a little bit sooner, maybe. But he does go for it. He does decide to. Like, the ball is coming back to him, so it like gives him that extra little time to make a challenge, and that paid off for him. But honestly, like, right here, once you don't turn around immediately, and Grumpy is pretty close, probably would have just let Grumpy have it, because as long as you see him jump, like, as long as he's in the air, it's probably not going to be the greatest touch in the world, and it'll probably just be a forward shot right into net. But it does work out. He does get the challenge, but in the end, it still fails. Oculus makes the play. Rackus is still not back from the previous play, as you can see here. With the little touch there, like, Rackus also kind of flies off the wall just a bit, so he's not back just yet. He's also waiting to make that play, which is not what you want to be doing. Let's go over to Rackus. Gracious, whatever. So, he kind of flails off the wall a bit. Only 17 boost. Should be boosting back at this point, but he's waiting to hit this ball, which honestly, I don't know where he's going to hit this ball that's actually going to be successful, because his teammate kind of just left the play. Just taking a little bit too much time, a little bit too much ball watching, and they get scored up. Gotta be careful with those. Like, you kind of want to hurry to every ball when you can, unless you know you have time, and that's kind of one of those things that pros know so well, is just where everyone is on the field generally. Knows how much time they have, and that's just one of those skills that it's not necessarily a mechanic in the game, but it's definitely something you need to know. Kind of like in shooters, like knowing map control or knowing where people are based on that. It's not always about the aim, it's about controlling by positional play. This is a bad touch coming off this wall. This is his ball. I probably would have just lightly placed it in the corner. Like, you don't want to generally center it for the other team. Kind of does that off that corner. If you would have lightly placed it, then at least it makes 2 people like make a pass and then a shot. But the shot didn't go well, so they survive. A lot of small mistakes here from both sides. Ooh, this is not a play I like at all. Not at all. This is just not confidence going up the back wall. This is a pretty simple play. If he just drives off this back wall, he can wait for the ball to bounce and then do one of those half volley clears, or he can just lightly place it into his corner, like if he's not very good at trying to play it off the bounce, like off the wall. But he just forfeits this play entirely and goes to net. This is just one of those plays where he's probably not that confident on the walls or confident on that back wall, and it really hurts him here because that's a very easy touch to make. Just drive up that wall. Even if you don't make that half volley shot, it's a very easy touch to screw up the other team. And just a bad play there, because those are the plays you want. When the ball gets driven from midfield, you have 100 boost, and it's going to your back wall. Those are generally the easier plays to make. So maybe just try and practice those back walls, or get a little bit more confidence and try and playing off those back walls. Would really help. Ratchis making the nice little dribble play. It's not the best dribble in the world I've ever seen, but it does force a bad rebound here from the goalie, from Oculus. And then great job on the shot by TM, making up for the last play, scoring with 6 seconds left. Just in a good position there, just chilling midfield, waiting for the rebound. See what he does with this. Again, he's not that confident on the walls, it seems. Probably could have aerialed that and tried for the shot. Instead, he waits this, but then it's at 0, so he's got to try and hit it before it hits the ground. He doesn't do a great job of keeping it in the air. He could have took a shot there. Here we go. Beating Grumpy on the first touch. See what he's got. Probably should be looking for a pass there. See how the goalie goes back to the goal line. Probably has enough time to circle to this ball to the right. Or he circles to the right. Trying for the pass out to his teammate, Ratchis, but doesn't happen there. Both are in the air. He kind of had to go for that ball. It was a great clear, though. Like, I like how he keeps this ball high, throws off the back wall, so it makes it a little bit of a tougher shot for Dexter. And he does a poor job at hitting it, obviously, and that happens a lot. As long as you keep the ball in the air, people make bad touches all the time. This is a little bit of a questionable decision, how he faces forward for so long here. He actually turns to face forward while his teammate is going for the challenge. He should have been circling back immediately when he sees Ratchis up there. Luckily, still makes the save, but it turns into a juicy rebound, and once again, Dexter makes a poor touch when the ball is in the air. So they kind of squeak out of that one for now, but it's still in their end, and it's all because of that poor positional play. Right here, good job with the hustle, just keeping that ball alive. He's trying to throw this ball forward really quickly because he knows that the other guys are circling back. Not a lot of boost. Once again, Dexter, really rough aerial. So if they keep this ball in the air, they should have a decent time. Versus Dexter, at least. Ratchis goes for the challenge. Doesn't work. That's okay. It's like a 1v1. It's a 2v1 at this point. With good patience by TM. He could have went for that challenge, but it wouldn't have been a great idea because his teammate's out of the play. Just kind of baits out the touch. And this could be a goal. Doesn't get the best touch on it. Could have probably used some boost on the ground to get a little bit more lateral velocity and then use more boost to go a little bit vertical. Turn it into a double touch play. Great little tip here, though. So his teammate comes to bail him out after Dexter, once again, the ball's in the air, does a bad touch. Ratchis with the pass and good quick aerial there to try and get it in, but great save there from Dexter. Ratchis has the ball. Oof. A little bit of 50-50, just goes a little bit too powerful. Moving up 2-on-1. Dexter, another poor touch. Seems like he's falling apart here in the later minutes of the game. But nothing to show for it just yet. This is a panic play through and through. This play happens a lot in twos. When someone goes for a shallow pass, a lot of people do go for the shot, but in overtime you generally won't. It's a good idea if you can to locate the other guy, but right there you saw like a second ago that the other player was still in his net. He was playing very protective, not moving up, so he should have known he had time here to make a different style play. Luckily, it's okay. Like, he hits it to the side, not for a juicy rebound for Dexter, and gives it to his teammate. This could get a little sketchy. A little bit of confusion here on who's going to make the next play. Ratchis probably could have stayed there and made a couple plays, but probably a 0 boost. He doesn't want to. It's going to be a boomer and a half. somewhat of a boomer. I wish that was on net, or at least closer to net, or closer to his teammate. So he throws it to the opposite side of the field, which is not really going to help too much. But Ratchet actually makes a really nice play to throw that across. Just, like, honestly, sometimes those plays are so good that you don't realize it's going to be a good pass, so you're not there. That'll happen. There we go, long overtime. Getting your money's worth. Good wall aerial there to get the tip out. So the goalie actually flies to this first, but since he's on the wall, like, he's already high enough, and it makes it a lot shorter of a distance, and this is why wall aerials are so important. Makes it a pretty decent pass. Not the hardest touch in the world, but pretty decent. I like the idea there of going for the demo. He doesn't want to threaten with the back pass, because just in case Ratchet does push up a little bit too far, like, you don't want to have a back pass cost you the game. So he goes for the bump instead, a little bit of a safer play. Not knowing exactly what Ratchet will do. And here he's just going for a little bit of boost control. Decides he doesn't need it. Goes for the wall aerial instead. A little bit of a whiff. A little bit of a, I think, a misflip somehow. Not sure why he went for the backflip there, but... Oh, and then Ratchet is not back in time. Not sure what happened here. Let's check it out. Let's go back. I think probably Ratchet pulled forward, thinking like this is going to be a solid hit. Yeah, alright, so right there, Ratchet pulls forward, has to retreat. Sorry, bad camera, right? Retreats to net, but just too far of a swing outside. Doesn't guard that near post, the shortest angle that Oculus has, and Oculus puts it in for a goal. And those plays are just like, when they are counterattacking, you have to be careful. You're probably better off trying to rotate directly in the middle of your net and inching towards the near post, since that's the quickest goal, and then hoping that they don't shoot outside. But say they do, then you try and make up for it because you have a little bit more time. Doesn't happen there, but a lot of mistakes pretty much everywhere in this game should help you guys figure out some stuff. But all in all, not too bad of a play. Thank you so much, TM, for the replay. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the support. Love you all, and we'll see you next time. Later.